Hello, everybody, and welcome to another channeled message for you today. Now, interestingly enough, just as I tuned in there for a moment, just to prepare energetically, I got a little message that it's actually not one of the 13 divine feminine archetypes that would like to come through today, and that it is the leader archetype that is present and wants to speak. So I'm going to go ahead and just let that energy flow through me rather than what I normally do, which is as you'd be familiar if you've seen these before. I read out the 13 divine feminine archetypes that I work with in the intuitive intelligence method, but clearly there are some other plans in store for us today. So I'm going to tune in back to that leader energy and see what needs to come through for us today. You are the leader that you are seeking. The leader that you desire resides inside of you. And that is the first place to look. When I say leader, I'm not referring to support or guidance or assistance in any way, shape, or form. I'm talking about leadership. That leadership that comes from plucking up and summoning the courage from within to take a stand for something and to step forward against the grain and against what it is that is acceptable and normal out there in the world in which you live. And cultivating that courage that is required to not only take that step, but to plant your feet upon the ground and say, this is where I stand and this is what I stand for. It takes great courage and conviction to do this, yes? However, it is only with great courage and conviction that the world in which you live can be altered. It will not happen by you hiding and staying behind closed doors and having quiet conversations with people. It's only going to happen if you dare to be bold and brave. Shake the norm, shake the stereotype. Shake the tree of what is considered acceptable. And get okay with a world around you that perhaps doesn't always feel peaceful. Because if you are interested in keeping the peace, then you simply cannot embody that leader archetype that I am inviting you to step into here today. You cannot be a pleaser and a leader together, simultaneously, concurrently. You cannot. You must let go of your attachment to needing to keep people happy. Keeping the peace maintains the status quo. The overarching theme here for you in this leadership is to actually change the paradigm of that which you are passionate about. And that simply is about changing the status quo. Allowing people to invite in other alternatives, other perspectives, other perceptions. And wouldn't the world be a better place like that? So I encourage you to do whatever it takes to scoop up that courage and conviction that you know you require to make a stand. And spend some time embodying that, placing your bare feet upon the ground, summoning that which you need, which you desire, which will scaffold and support you. And allow yourself to feel that with every part of your being, every fiber of your being, radiating with that you need to make a stand. It takes a leader to make a difference. And yes, people will follow and people will come along, but people need a leader. They need someone to speak up and to go forth. Foraging that dense, what I can see is forestry. I'm just trying to get the articulation of the words for you guys. It's like there is dense forestry in front of you and you're kind of foraging through it is the visual that I'm getting, and I'm having trouble converting into words here. Okay. The reason being is it's because the word is not foraging, the word is forge. Let me try that again. Gentle guidance in the right direction. Okay. Okay, so what we're talking about here is forging a path through the dense forest. That makes a lot more sense. All right, let me tune back in. Thank you for your patience. So the obstacles that you see in front of you, the denseness of them is not permanent. It can be moved and it can be pushed aside and space can be created. And there are many ways to get to the destination as well. So you can actually choose to move around obstacles as well. Be mindful of what you choose to work through and what you can simply move around. And remember to remain fluid and responsive to that which is presented in front of you in every given moment. For a leader is given an opportunity to make a decision in every moment. There is that great responsibility that comes with leadership. And if you choose to step into that role and to take that path, when you walk it, work with certainty by your side. Ensure that you have always given yourself certainty as a companion. Walk with intention, purpose, and deep compassion. For some will be inspired by your quest and others will be repelled by it. And that is their journey. But this is yours. We bow in deep gratitude for the leader archetype coming through today. What a beautiful opportunity to share that message with you today. So first things first, there's a really key takeaway coming through this, and channeling a slightly different energy to that which I'm very comfortable and familiar with. You can see how I got a little bit stuck there and kind of bounced out of the channeling and kind of gave you guys a little bit of insight and went back into it. What happens there is the information is pouring through me and I'm translating what I'm intuiting into spoken word. And that hiccup that I had with foraging and forge is really, really interesting because for me, and I'm just unpacking this as the thoughts kind of pour into me now, and sharing this with you guys, is that to be a leader, in my perspective, from humble Shanae's version and perspective and opinion, we don't have to be perfect. In fact, to expect to be perfect before we lead is actually setting ourselves up for a very long and drawn out journey, and perhaps one that we cannot fulfill in a human lifetime. So this is a beautiful invitation. You know, I could have easily stopped the recording and started again and gone, oh no, I stuffed up. couldn't quite get it perfect that time. But that's not the demonstration of leadership, in my opinion. The demonstration of leadership is being transparent and being open and honest. And I think that there's real power in that vulnerability that comes from being open and transparent and admitting that we don't always have it right and we don't always get it right. I think that that's really, really beautiful. So there's a really pertinent message in there for me, quite literally from being delivery of the channeling itself. So yeah, thank you so much for bearing witness to me and sharing that with you. It's humbling. It's really humbling. It's like, it's okay. We can breathe through this. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so if you would like your own channeled message, you can buy one. They're pre-recorded, so they're like these. I'll sit down, I'll tune into your energy and see what would like to come through for you. And the messages are 10 to 20 minutes long. So I record them just like this, send them over to you, and you get that copy of the recording. Only you and I have access to it. I set it up on YouTube so that only people who have the link can actually access the recording and watch that video, and you can go back to that whenever you please. And they're $44 Australian dollars. So if that's something that's of interest to you, I'll make sure that there's a little link at the bottom of this for you to go and grab yourself one. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for witnessing me in all of my humanness and my vulnerabilities. And thank you so much for watching these channeled messages, because they mean a lot to me. They are always really, really pertinent and potent for me. So I do hope that that you're taking from it whatever it is that you need today and moving into your future. All right, take care and bye for now.